Jordi Alba sliding to the inside. Here is Iniesta, chipping it in on the run. Settled, Alexis rifles it home, but the offside flag had popped up. Good stop by Tonio, though.
Great run by Alexis. Wonderful run. Take a look at this beautiful holding of the run. He's onside. In my opinion, that looks very, very level. But the referee's one from set players. That's a fabulous spank.
Alba looks to the center, drills it across, and drilling it home is Alexis. What a seeing eye ball from the flank from Alba, and Sanchez arrives right on time.
There's too many seeing balls out there. The first one is from Chameleon Eyes. A wonderful ball. I called it a beautiful spank, and it arrives at Alba's feet beautifully. And then Alexis capitalizes. Look at this ball. Wonderfully onside. One touch is perfection. The ball is beyond perfection. The finish is, well, he's onto it quicker than a Chinese delivery. He delivers his ball right into stride. World-class passing from Barcelona, and he makes it look easy. Look at this curve, swerve, dip, and the concentration from Alexis is locked on beautifully. A wonderful goal, 7 minutes in.
Man. Dancing around, Fidel leaves it for Boanque and hits iron. He got it past the fingertips of Valdez, but he couldn't get it in the net. Richmond Boanque, what a shot, and they're not done yet. Curling ball in, slapped away Valdez. Cleared by Alba.
Wonderful football from Elche. It wasn't just a hammer blow from Boanque.
To control, take another look.
Touch here. He gets a little bit fortunate, but right here, a lovely little ball played in, and he doesn't hesitate. Great hit from Richmond. Bang. Oh, lack of confidence. He gets everything right, but just 2 degrees of separation. Wonderful.
Watching one of those players that could be suited by the senior side, showing some promise here. 30 minutes left, well-timed run.
Nice.
Pedro trying to get around Tonio! Bullseye!
Well, there's the player saying he's getting sharper with every game, with every season. And he's one happy camper. And this goal would make Scrooge smile after Christmas. A wonderful finish. But again, you've got to look at the genesis of the goal when you talk about Barcelona. These defenders just bamboozled once more by the flooding runs of the elusive forwards. Pedro and Alexis streaking away from their markers. But again, the wonderful visionary pass from Fabregas that is very close to being offside, but man, he's onto it like a jackrabbit on a hot date, and he doesn't miss the open net. Beautiful. Where Tonio comes and tries to cover from his stripped and undressed defence, but he's left naked as well. Wonderful second goal. Nothing fortunate about it. Wonderful stripping football again. Just going to have Alexis and take a look at this wonderful goal again.
Notice as well the positioning
of an offside, barely, but this referee's assistant has kept the flag down on calls that are just really within inch.
To today, and Valdez's return. 2-0 shutout, and it could be 3, but just wide of the post. What a setup, what a shot.
Great ball from Cesc Fabregas for Pedro, and he recognises it. He's got the easy options of a curl into the box, but Fabregas pulls the ace out of his hand like a beautiful Las Vegas gambler at the table. Take a look at this. Beautiful tiki-taka. It comes back to Cesc, and he sees the onrushing Alexis, ignores him because he's taking all of the defenders away from him and leaves Pedro open, and he feels as if...
Pedro wide, 2 men to beat, so he does. Looking for a foul. Maybe a scoreline sympathy. Gifted right back, though. Xavi looking. Alexis intercepted. Chipped up and over by Pedro. Almost a third.
Again, Magisterial pass from Chameleon Eyes. Take a look at this. He's got nothing to hit and drops his pint glass into the thimble again. Comes back to Pedrito. Maybe done better by driving through the ball, but it's a good ball.
Oh. Good play by Alexis to lift it over.
Magic.
Onside,
Brilliant.
Pedro brings it back to his right to Iniesta, and Lombán gets his head in the way.
Very unselfish by Pedro. Wonderful ball to find Pedro as well. Brilliant lead up again by Alexis.
Be the last chance for Elche.
Going for placement here through Xavi by the looks of it. Little touch.
Fabregas for Xavi, but he can't get underneath it. The shot on the second chance deflected wide.
Good wall.
Marca letting Elche off the hook a bit.
Well, as you said, Phil.
Fidel dispossessed.
Well played.
And here comes Montoya.
Beautiful steal.
Drives in, lays it softly wide. Trying to cut to the inside. And now back for Alexis. Tees it up. The back post was shut and almost sneaks it in on the near side.
Great ball from Fabregas to Alexis. And he sees Montoya and doesn't feel as if he needed him, but the ball should have been played into young Montoya. Take a look at Montoya making the run. Stumbles a bit, but he gets back up. The ball played in. And then right here, there's the opening passage for little Montoya. But his focus is locked. He looks up at his target. Just wide. Shane on the end of his own pass.
Chipping it through. Chance for Fabregas. Saponado goes down and commits the foul. Penalty for Barca and a chance for 3.
Divine football, and Saponado, the Romanian international, lunges and definitely gets Cesc Fabregas. But take a look at the ball from Pedro. I think it's Pedro. Absolutely exquisite again. Wonderful cutting, thrusting football. Take a look right there from Pedro. Inch perfect into stride. This is the end result. Comes across and just machetes through. There's that ball. That is the genesis of this penalty. What a pass from Pedro. That is truly world class. The dexterity of the touch in between 3 defenders to the side of him, Phil, and he plays it in stride, in front of the ex-Guna. Marvellous, Pedro.
For Xavi from 12 paces, and he sends it wide of the post. Tonio reaching to his left. Xavi got it around the keeper, but not inside the pipe.
Carles Puyol cannot believe his eyes. I cannot believe my disbelief in bloodshot eyes either. Unbelievable. Xavi, as I said, practices throwing his mail into the letterbox at home, over 50 yards, and hits every time. Look at this response. Look at the response from
all the way to Song. Nice little back heel.
Good.
Fabregas outside of the boot, but it settles. Driven across by Xavi Hernandez. Piqué begging for a call.
It's a great strike across from Xavi. He knows he just needs to aim this one into traffic. And Tata saying that Piqué got pulled down. Let's take a look. Keep your eyes on Piqué. It's a beautiful ball from Fabregas, intentionally finding the back man. It's flicked on right here. There's the pull down.
Of course, Elche could have argued that Alexis, who made a move for that ball, was in an offside position. Regardless, nothing happens on the score.
Look, a little bit under the caution outclassed here today. Great ball.
Slicing it through the defense, wide for Pedro on his right, whips it just wide of the post.
Again, shooting practice in many ways for Pedro, and he says his apologies to Alexis, who again arrives. Watch Alexis here take this wonderful run right here, asking for it, but he goes for the top corner. Maybe Alexis would have been offside after this great run anyhow. And we've seen Pedro curl these one into the side netting a number of times this year. Camaraderie amongst these superstars.
Curling ball for Pedro. Alexis! Elche pleading for mercy from the flag, but they're not gonna get it. 3-0 Barcelona.
Immaculate football again. Leaves Elche in acid now. No chance for Tonio. He's seeing it all come apart at the seams in front of him because of the hard running and the consideration of the pass. Again, it looks easy, but it's so difficult. The number of components in a footballing move like this is amazing. Take a look at Iniesta's beautiful lead pass, split millimeter perfect. The return pass from Pedro to Alexis is down to a pixel. Absolutely divine football, passing football at its best. Red carpet after red carpet pass. And again, wonderful touch is softer than moonlight on the hills. From Pedro to Alexis. Looks like Alexis.
Sanchez from about 30. Drives it. Sneaks it inside the post past Tonio's hands. That's how you pay back the foul. 4-0 Barca.
Alexis, electric. Alexis Sanchez banks this one in like a F-15 bomber. Absolutely magisterial, Alexis. He paints and curves this one, and look at that beautiful smile from the Argentina man, chewing his gum, and he knows that that player there has absolutely provided him with a good pillow to rest on tonight. That's exquisite placement, better curve and swerve than Sophia Loren going up a flight of stairs in high heels. Wonderful jiggle to it. Beautiful disco data.
So the hat trick for Alexis Sanchez. And Barcelona with 4.
Look at some of these faces in the stands. Some of these people who keep their seats. I don't up in the stands. And this man on the ball, and he's got a lot to dwell on.
Neymar and Iniesta putting on a show. If this was scoreless, that might have been a penalty.
He's trying to subdue his laughter. Little Iniesta cannot believe he doesn't get this. And I think in replay it will show. He gets his Sony camera out and says, "Referee, take a look at this. Wonderful hocus pocus from Neymar and Iniesta. You do it again. It's not a great back heel from Neymar, but Iniesta keeps on believing, and it looks as if he gets his legs taken in the run right here. And he does. He's off balance. He's taken down. He's in the penalty area. But
league goal until the second half of the season. People were saying they made a bad pickup.
Yeah, you're right, Phil. And he was missing a number of opportunities. Great gilt-edged ones.
Neymar again on his left. An easy roller for Tonio. Well, since that point, what is it now? 19, 29, 31 goals for Barcelona. And basically the equivalent of...
Look out.
From an angle about 26 yards out and well off target. That will do it. The final whistle from Fernandez. Valdez returns with a shutout. And Alexis brings the curtain down. 4-0 for Gerardo Martino.